Okay, so we're back at it now where we left off. So let's look at this. So we have, like I said, 45 seconds is a good simulation time for this model. We could do something with a, and so we'll hit the bouncing ball to simulate. We could do something differently with a, like a lap timer, could code one in, not a big deal. I never really do it. It's not what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for, oh, how do I improve half a lap? We're looking more macro scale, making the car better. So, that being said, we have our model here. We are gonna wait a little while now for this to simulate. It takes a little while, and so let's give it a second. Oh, and there you go. So, you can see the mistake that I was talking about. We wanted to see this. That just remade our track. So, why that happened is because I forgot to redefine the track in the road profile. So, what we're going to do here is I'll kill the simulation. Mosaic's being slow. Oi, 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 oi. So this is the track I was using for some skid pad tests. Okay, so let's kill this. You can kill it with the red circle. It'll save what it's run, but it'll stop it wherever you're at. So it looked like pretty much we let it run out before we killed it anyway. But so I'm gonna go down here to this road in the bottom corner there, and see it says example oval circle.mat. I have overwrote that so that I could store a second track. I'm going to copy the default, which should be default road.mat. That's going to be the mat file that I was outputting FSAE track builder to. Because we've done that, I don't need to recall FSAE track builder. That's really just to view it. So let's go over here. We're going to hit simulate. Probably should have double checked that I was going to run it for 45 seconds, but it looks like it's going to. So simulate, and we'll let this guy run out, and we should be in business. Oh man, Mosaic has been really slow today. So anyway, Dymola is a dynamic modeling environment that allows us to use almost a parts-based approach to our modeling, allows us to model compliances. So very strong kinematic solver, very good for large equation sets, large ODEs. So why Dymola? Because it's got a user interface that allows anyone, Joe Schmo, to come in here and plug in and use it. It allows the more advanced user to really put in everything they want. I can have a full aerodynamic model on this car right now. I just have point loads at centers of pressure. But long term, that's not what we'll have. We'll try to have a aero map to this car. Aerodynamics play a more important role than people realize. So, etc., etc. Alright, this thing looks like it's getting going now, simulating. Okay, so you can see in the bottom left corner, simulating time. You can see our car on the track. I kind of have the viewport rotated around. We'll try to get that rotated around. Alright. Here we go. So, this guy, we can watch this car go around the track. I like to click the car, right click it, select the car, it highlights red, right click it, click follow. That way the viewport will travel with the vehicle. And so we can see now that's, you know, our Formula car. So. Red tires means that the car is in slip. High level of slip has been achieved. Basically the tires are not gripping. Yellow will mean that you're lifting a tire, so loss of contact with the ground. So we can see the car going around the track here. I'm going to just fly it to 47 seconds here. We can see that basically finishes the lap in about 42, 43 seconds. Pretty good. So that's our Dymola model, and if you have any questions, feel free to shoot me an email, shoot me a text, whatever. Thanks, and hopefully that this has been enough of a tutorial to get you going. You can see we can use this whole category. So, one last thing, if you want to change your geometry, so you can do this two ways. You can go into the geometry record, which is my preferred method. I'll go in here, let's say I want to change the hub position. I can go in there and just change the value. As the end user, it's probably easier to do it this way. Go in, show component, show component. This is from the top level model, show component. Make sure you do this from the top level model or parameters will get overridden. And then just go to linkage in the geometry model and you can go ahead and make your changes. So you can change, you can add shims, set initial preloads, etc. Go through there and you can do all of these things. So for example, if I want to change the hub position for the left front wheel, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to say copy default to populate it, and then I'm just going to change a number. For example, that I'm not going to save that, so I'm going to hit cancel, but all you'd have to do is hit OK. You can go back and run it, and you can look at your plots to see any changes that may have caused or effects it may have had. So I'm going to sign off now. Hopefully that was all we need.